Oh, yeah. Okay, you guys may have seen this already, but here's a real interview we had at NYU. Question, why are you protesting? So these are the anti-Israel protesters. Okay, so I don't think it's a big secret that most protesters don't have any idea what they're protesting, right? I've said for a while now that if there was no social media, most of these protests would be much, much smaller. If people couldn't post selfies of themselves on their social media, they wouldn't be there. They wouldn't do it. I think a lot of it is just about that. It's about virtue signaling, saying, look, I was there, look at me, and getting likes. Rogue Thought says, nose ring alert. Yep, you're right. So, yeah, people just show up for these things. It's fashion. It's fashion. And it feels left-wing. It feels progressive somehow. So they show up, even if people are chanting like genocidal slogans, right? They're told, no, this is progressive, and it feels like it, and everybody's saying that. So, yeah, it must be progressive. Let's see.
And what would you say is the main goal with tonight's protest?
I think the goal is just showing our support for Palestine and demanding that NYU stops. I honestly don't know all of what NYU's doing.
Is there something that NYU's doing?
I really don't know. I'm pretty sure they're... Do you know what NYU's doing? About what? About Israel. Why are we protesting here?
Palestine will be free!
I wish I was more educated. I'm not either.
Oh.
I came from Columbia. I was there up at Columbia, and we came down. They said NYU students needed our support. So I came down. I heard there's lots of cops. Some people were saying it was getting dangerous.
So I guess NYU isn't doing enough intifada. Intifada, I guess. I guess that must be the point. The point is, regardless of the protest, they never know what the fuck they're protesting about. It's never about whatever it's about. It's about the revolution, ultimately. And then you just have a bunch of useful idiots showing up, is what happens. All right, let's watch it one more time.
Tonight's protest.
I think the goal is just showing our support for Palestine and demanding that NYU stops. I honestly don't know all of what NYU's doing.
Is there something that NYU's doing?
I really don't know.
So I guarantee she's taken a million selfies while she's been there and posted them all to social media, because that's really for the useful idiots, that's really what it's about, right? Just seeming to be like on the right side of history or something, even though they don't know anything about history or even what's happening right now. So she doesn't know. She's already admitted she doesn't know what NYU is doing exactly. But does she even know what Palestine is about? Does she have any idea? I doubt it very much. I think most of these people probably have no idea. They're chanting from the river to the sea. I think most of them probably have no idea what river or what sea. I mean, you might think at least the Mediterranean would be pretty easy, right? I wouldn't put it past them to not know that, frankly. What does she know, though? What does she know? She knows what everybody else is doing, right? She knows that what she's doing feels progressive. She knows that the crowd gives her permission to support current thing, whatever that is. Is she concerned about, the Sudan or Yemen, or does she even know about that? Does she know about anything? Does she know about, the Uyghur Muslims, that are a million of them in concentration camps in China? I mean, those are all things that you could also be concerned about, right? Has she ever thought about them? Does she know anything? No. Ultimately, it's just a useless idiot fulfilling their purpose and getting a bunch of selfies and posting them along the way, which is also part of the purpose, because it lets other people know what the right current thing is that they should be supporting. I wonder if the internet has anything to say about this, and I bet they do. They're sheep. Just follow the latest trend and can't think for themselves. Yep. Let's see. If you don't think that humanity is under mind control, just look at how they treat and react towards anyone who tries to think freely and be free. Yeah, not a big fan. Apparently that's far right now, I heard. That's what I heard. Apparently it's far right. Think for yourself. The Mary Poppins of disinformation lets us know that. Look at that face. Good Lord. Let's see. I wish I was more educated. So she came over from Columbia University. Undergraduate tuition and fees, $66,000. I wish I was more educated, she says. That's interesting. That's interesting. Very interesting indeed. In fact, it feels certain at this point that you'd be better educated just being like an autodidact, just teaching yourself, just buying books and reading them.